I'm going to provide you with what I think is one of the most valuable things to learn in self-improvement, and that is the first step. What do you do to start self-improvement? How do you make that change from living your normal life to actually making plans of improving yourself? What's the first thing you need to do? For me, it's a story that goes back about for a year and a couple of months, and I went into an argument with my ex-girlfriend. Oh, she was also my girlfriend at the time, and I basically kind of blew out of proportion something that she'd done, and then she started like kind of questioning the relationship and all this sort of stuff, you know, what is young love and all that. So when that happened, I was kind of driving back up to my flat, and I kind of sat there on my own, and I cried a little bit at first, and then I just had this urge to kind of write down all the shit that I hated about myself, like all the negative self-talk that I had. So I literally just grabbed my laptop, opened up the notes app, and I've still got the document to this day, where I literally just write down all of my fears, all of my anxieties, all of like insecurities and my self-doubts, and I got them all out of me onto somewhere that I could look at, and then I kind of went back through them and wrote where I thought they came from, like why I think that way, why I have these fears and these doubts and these sort of insecurities. And I finished the document. I just sat there and cried for like half an hour. Like, it hurt so deeply. It was probably the most painful sort of emotional experience I've had, other than when I actually broke up with her. It just hurt. Like, and I always think back to that moment, because if I didn't do that, I wouldn't have known what to improve on. Like I knew I wasn't very happy at the time. I knew I was quite ridden by like anxiety quite a lot of times. I couldn't get control of that. But now, when I wrote this down, I actually felt like I knew what I needed to work on. Of course, my young mind still procrastinated on that for a few months. But when I figured out what it was that I needed to work on, over the next few months, I kind of just consumed loads of content via podcasts, books, YouTube videos on how to be happy and like what happiness is and stuff, and all of this kind of philosophy surrounding living a good life. And that changed my life because I wrote down my fears and anxieties. So that is the advice for the video, is sit down on your own where you're not going to get distracted. If it's just in your car, if you have a car, in your bedroom where you know you're not going to be disturbed. If you get the house to yourself, and if you're living with parents and stuff, or if you've got flatmates, just sit there with, it can be your laptop, it can be your phone, it could be pen and paper. I kind of wish I did do it pen and paper, but I think the act of actually getting the stuff down in the first place is that catalyst of getting started, because you can't make progress in anything until you address this side of your mental health. That your mental health decides everything. It decides how capable you are at dealing with pressure. And in life there's going to be pressure. Life is about how you deal with pressure. They always say it's not how many times you get hit or how many times you fall over, it's how many times you stand back up again. So write down all this stuff. I know it's very hard, but it will change the rest of your life. See you guys in the next video.